All right, well, everybody looks forward to the opening of the ski and snowboard season here in the Eastern Sierra, the 2014-2015 season, opening tomorrow at Mammoth Mountain. Sierra Wave Media spoke with Mammoth's top man, Rusty Gregory.
So if we have great snow this year, which we're counting on, we've got a lot of plans for great events and activities on the mountain, particularly oriented towards children and families. The Woolies Parade every weekend. Learn to ski and ride parks at Main Lodge and at Canyon Lodge for small kids and families to watch. And in general, the great skiing and riding that Mammoth Mountain and June Mountain offers when Mother Nature cooperates. Well, the new infrastructure at Chair 15 and Canyon Lodge are part of our master plan, which we're refreshing this winter. But the current intentions are to finish with plans and approvals for Eagle Lodge and a 130-room hotel and a 40,000 square foot base facility adjacent to the 42-acre Camp High Sierra, which we just leased on a long-term basis from the city of Los Angeles, which will be the site of a new beginner facility, and hope to start construction on that big project a year from this summer. So that would be the summer of 2016. Take about 18 months to build. And then at Canyon Lodge, the big infrastructure improvement in the near term is the second stage of the Village Gondola, which will carry people from Canyon Lodge connected to the village up to the top of Eagle Express and get people farther up the mountain to reduce the crowding at Canyon Lodge on busy weekends and holidays. So if we don't have a good snow year, we'll be concentrating on cutting our expenses and keeping our expenses in line with the business that Mother Nature allows us to have. But I can tell you that we're counting on having a good snow year. So our all-season work that was done at the ski area this year, it really was predominantly done with our e-commerce platform to make it easier to understand and to buy the products that we provide and sell online in the winter and the summertime. Work on our database, and the lion's share of the effort that we put in this summer, actually for the last year, has been negotiating for the acquisition of Big Bear Mountain Resorts, Snow Summit and Bear Mountain in Southern California, to add to the Mammoth family of companies. Our logic behind the Big Bear Mountain Resort acquisitions is really based on looking at our primary customer, those people in Southern California, trying to figure out exactly what we could do to take care of them. And that and the opportunity to acquire Big Bear occurred at the same time, which is to really refocus on Southern California. Big Bear Mountain Resorts does approximately 800,000 skier visits a year from Southern California, from that same market. Mammoth, in a good year with snow, does about 1.5 million skier visits a year. So that in excess of 2 million skier visits a year gives us a big position in Southern California that we can create a marketing and guest contact platform to take care of Southern California for a day, at the Big Bear Mountain Resorts for an extended weekend or holiday here at Mammoth, and through our affiliation with the Mountain Collective, destination visits to some of the best mountains in the country, in addition to Mammoth and our other mountains, Squaw Valley, Alpine Meadows, Whistler Blackcomb, Jackson Hole, Alta Snowbird, and all the Aspen Mountains. So we think we've got Southern California covered for the day and for the week and everything in between. So yes, the Main Lodge is getting old. Actually, the Main Lodge has been old for a long time. And along with the Mammoth Mountain Inn, our hotel operations under Eric Clark have done a great job running this facility that's ski in and ski out, great location. But the infrastructure is old and needs to be replaced. So we are in the middle of a land trade that will give us ownership of the underlying land, thereby allowing us to finance the redevelopment of the Main Lodge and the Mammoth Mountain Inn in the years to come. Paul Cook, our congressman in the House of Representatives, pushed through a bill with unanimous approval to approve the land trade, and now we're waiting for the Senate to approve the land trade bill to get it out of the Energy Committee and onto the floor of the Senate here literally within days. And with a little bit of luck, now that the elections are over, we'll have support of Congress, and the land trade will move forward. The land will change hands in approximately a year, and then we'll start working on approvals with the town of Mammoth Lakes, construction plans, and sometime after Eagle Lodge is built, we'll start construction of the first phase of the improvements here at the main lodge. My vision for Mammoth Mountain and the Mammoth Lakes region as a whole, including June Mountain, is really the same vision that's expressed in the general plan. For us to be a world-class Four Seasons resort community that emphasizes, walking and public transportation over vehicles as we develop and as we improve, that we make sure that we're focused on the visitor experience, both winter and summer, as a way to build a great community. Dave McCoy, the founder of Mammoth Mountain Ski Area, always said we weren't building a ski resort, we were building a community, and that focus still continues here at Mammoth Mountain.
All right, thanks for that, Rusty, and let's hope Mother Nature brings us lots of snow this season. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this story. In September, attorney Michael Berger was granted a motion to be released as legal counsel for Don D. Rossi in the case of embezzlement of $1.5 million in welfare funds, which allegedly took place by her and her husband, Ken Rossi. Don D. Rossi now has a new attorney. Mr. David Evans will now represent Ms. Rossi. The case is next on calendar November 19th. For trial setting. Mr. Evans is in private practice in Pasadena and will be paid by Inyo County to represent Ms. Rossi. At last report, Mr. Rossi continues to be represented by attorney Gerard Harvey. The previous trial date of October 6th was vacated. The Rossis were originally arrested in April of 2013. At that time, they faced charges of grand theft by embezzlement of public funds, grand theft of personal property, misappropriation of public funds by a public officer, welfare fraud, conspiracy to commit grand theft, 31 counts of identity theft, and other charges. Don D. Rossi had been terminated from her job in the welfare office in February of 2013. The Rossis had entered pleas of not guilty and have denied all allegations filed against them. In November of last year, Inyo County District Attorney Tom Hardy had said the total charges against the couple numbered 213 felony counts. More on this case is expected November 19th. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this report. Director of the Great Basin Air Pollution Control District, Ted Shady, stated at the November 7th meeting of the district board that, quote, "Every air-breathing person is my constituent, and each of my board members is my constituent," end quote. He was responding to Inyo County Supervisors Linda Arcularius and Matt Kingsley, who wanted to most serve their Inyo constituents. Now, Shady and other board members focused on the air quality of all citizens of Inyo, Mono, and Alpine counties. Now, according to observers at that meeting, Inyo supervisors Arcularius and Kingsley disagreed. They wanted more for Inyo County, but did not succeed in their move to expand the number of Inyo County seats on the APCD board. Apparently, benefits for Inyo and not the rest of the agencies represented on the air board was the priority for Arcularius and Kingsley. Other board members, according to some of those at the meeting, were not happy about Inyo's priority. After a spirited discussion, the APCD board asked their staff to analyze the issue and come back with what they discovered. A majority vote by each agency represented on the board would have to take place before any changes could occur. APCD board member Bing Hunt said, quote, "I fully understand Matt and Linda's supposed commitment to their constituents taking precedence to the issues involved with the APCD board, but I do not agree with them. The APCD is a regionally based environmental organization that should be run independently of county politics and be focused on air quality issues of the Eastern Sierra," end quote. Bing Hunt did go on to say, quote, "If they feel uncomfortable with their positions, perhaps they should allow other supervisors to represent the area." Resistance to their proposal seemed to be the prevailing opinion of the majority of the Great Basin Board at last week's meeting, end quote. Mammoth Mayor Joe Bacon was equally concerned. She said, quote, "Everyone is my constituent. Issues like Mono Lake and Ormat geothermal will come up over time. Things will change," end quote. Now, Bacon said she supported staff analyzing the situation. She said the new board can consider this at the end of the January meeting. Ted Shady offered a similar view when he said, quote, "The existing makeup of the Great Basin Board has allowed air quality standards to be met in Mammoth Lakes and Coso Junction and soon at Owens and Mono Lakes. There is no reason to change the makeup of a very successful environmental protection authority," end quote. We'll be back with more news.